Today's video is different because today's video is the story time. It's personal story time about me and my adult life. Why I'm making this? Maybe I'm big head. Maybe I feel like I have something special in me, but I don't feel so because I'm not special. You see, I made many wrong decisions in my life, but at the end of the day, they turned just fine. And everyone around me thought that making these decisions would lead me to something wrong, but it didn't end up wrong. So I feel I'm making this video because many of us in the adult life, we fear tomorrow. We feel it's gonna be wrong, but it's not wrong. And you see, I watch a lot of YouTube videos and they advise you how to live, how to save money, how to be financially independent. And I feel I did everything different, but it still turned fine. So at this moment, I'm 30 years old and I'm financially independent person. Some would ask, are you a millionaire? No, I'm not a millionaire, but I'm comfortable. So when I travel long distance somewhere and I have the transit, I book the hotel to stay overnight because I don't want to get too tired. So you see, this is like life of leisure. In fact, I'm living like I'm semi-retiree. The reason why I have time to record this video because I don't need to work that much. And it happens so fast, but it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be this way. I was born in the city of 100,000 people in Poland. To the construction worker and unemployed mother. My father would work in the Germany in 90s to make some money on the construction, of course. I would eat bread with the butter and sugar. That was the diet of kids of 90s in Poland. It's not the diet anymore. The times changed. I would eat pasta with sugar as well. This diet doesn't exist anymore. And once in a while, when my father would come back from the construction in Germany, he would bring the chocolates. Really good chocolates. The ones that kid of 90s, the beginning of 90s, many of us poor couldn't really have that much. But it's not about the childhood, you see. I'm just pointing that it was probably worse than being born in Ohio or Wisconsin. But it turned out just fine. So then I turned 18. I didn't know what to do at all. I wanted to be a movie director. You see, I loved the Stanley Kubrick. I loved Polanski, Paul Thomas Anderson. I wanted to make movies. I tried to go to film school 3 times. I couldn't get it. In fact, I was so useless that my father would say that at the age of 25, he will kick me out. He was speaking to his friends outside that his son is so useless, he can't do anything, he has no job. And he was really disappointed in me. I was also disappointed in my father because I felt I have dreams and I can do something. But my father didn't believe. He felt he has most useless son. He would say, you will come on the knees one day to me. It didn't turn this way. It turned completely different. But you see, I had the dream in my head that it will be fine. And these dreams were not realized, actually. They turned out to be something completely different, but it's just fine. I was scared that I will be so poor. I tried to bring CV to the cinema and earn like $300 a month, and they didn't employ me. So there's me at the age of 21, unemployed, watching 3 movies a day, doing nothing. My mom was having this since I was born, like saving account for me. There wasn't much. At the age of 21, there was like $1,500 worth. So she was putting very little money to this. So I said to my mom, I'm taking this out. This $1,500, I'm gonna buy a camera because I want to make movies. So I did this. I took it, I bought the camera, and I didn't make movies. I didn't make movies, but I wanted to do something. I wanted to do something on YouTube. I wanted to find the ways to make money. And just before I got the camera, I tried few different things. The online poker was very popular. I didn't have money to play it at all. So I played the free tournaments to win like 10 cents, 20 cents, and things like this. And one day I was lucky. I was playing whole night. And next day I had to go to university. I didn't start this, but I didn't tell you this, but I did study culture because I couldn't get anywhere else. I couldn't get to film school, so I started studying something so my parents wouldn't bother me because I was so useless. So I played whole night in this free tournament and I won like $130. And my shoes were very destroyed at this time. So the next day or after a few days, I withdrew this money and bought myself shoes. That's how poor I was. I had to win in the poker tournament to get the shoes. But the work was out of the question. I was like, I hated the work. So I felt when I make this money on the internet, I felt there is the way for me maybe to make some more. And this is completely stupid. Who will, at the first choice of career, try to do online poker because doesn't want to work and try to make money? But that did it. But then soon after I wasn't successful anymore, and of course $130 is not the success at all. So I felt I need to do something more. So I took this camera that I purchased and I decided this wasn't my first YouTube channel, but back then, you might remember if you were around, the cute animal videos were trending on the internet. So I took this camera and I said to my friend, it was age 21, let's go to the zoo and I'm gonna take camera and record the animals and I'm going to upload them on YouTube. So I went to the zoo with the camera. I was recording giraffes and other shit and I felt like, nah, it's not this. I made few videos and that's how that was my second channel. I'm going to show you this actually. I'm going to go back to one of the first videos and that's how I started the first channel. So I went back home and I was cutting these videos and I put like videos on YouTube like cute monkey, giraffe, like there wasn't a giraffe, but I put like 5 different videos or something like this. And the one video that got trending, there was the donkey video and 2 donkeys were with the mouth like kissing. They were probably not kissing, but I put this video and I titled this The Donkeys Kissing. And you see this video one day got like trending. One day like 3,000 views from Middle East. So Middle Easterns, I don't know what your kink is. I'm not getting into this, but I was quite satisfied. But it wasn't like the engagement. So my idea of starting the YouTube and making the money of the cute animals content didn't work. I was quite disappointed, but I didn't give up. I had the plan in my head. So then I wanted to do some GIFs. Soon after this, I already uploaded on YouTube and I was having the Tumblr. And the Tumblr was something about movies because I was so much into movies. So I Googled on YouTube how to make GIF. And the video popped, how to make GIF in Photoshop CS6. So I watched the video and I made my GIF and I was like, hey, I can do this myself. I can teach people how to do things and put it on YouTube. So what I did, I downloaded the pirate version of Photoshop. I was poor, I didn't have money, so I had to download the pirate version of Photoshop, right? So I downloaded this and I made the video. How to make GIF in Photoshop CS6. As the video that was used in this was the video of the monkey I recorded in the zoo. And to tell you that I'm not lying, I'm going to show you this on my screen right now. and this video got very popular. So funny. I couldn't speak English, so it actually has only subtitles. So let's go to it. Look, 1,300 likes. It was the second video I uploaded on this channel. 300,000 views. It doesn't mean it's popular. It was from 2012. The YouTube was a very different place. 17 May 2012. I made the video. At this moment in my channel was also the other videos, but you can see the monkey. Look, this is the monkey I recorded in the zoo. And I taught people. And I started doing, more of these videos. Because I saw, like, I got like 10 views. And someone liked my video. And I was like, hey, that's so cool. I know some people make money on YouTube. I'm going to continue. So I searched for more ideas. I didn't know Photoshop very well by then. But I started making more videos, and the application to AdSense program was very easy back then. So I applied, I was approved, and the first month or something like this, I made $10. It was crazy. I was broke as fuck. Right? So broke. And I made $10. And when I made this $10, I already knew it's going to be okay. So I said to my friends in the park, we were drinking beers. Of course, I got for a beer from my mom. Like $1. I would be able to get 1 or 2 beers, right? And I said, I'm gonna make YouTube videos. And of course, I always had these crazy ideas, and my friends laughed at me. They laughed. I don't blame them. I was crazy kid. But the next month, I made like $30. Crazy, right? Few months in, I got my payment from AdSense and I spent it on some hoodie. And I knew the life is going to be fine. It started growing. At some point, I actually decided to try to speak. And I will show you how my English was very bad by then. I'm trying to find the first video where I actually use my voice. I think maybe it's this one. Let's see what we have here. I sounded very different than now.
Hi everyone, here is Marcin.
Okay, that's so bad.
And it's my first video tutorial when I use my voice. So far I've done tutorial only with the subtitles.
So you can see my English wasn't good at all. And that's how I started making videos. The voice. Few months in, the profits go up, right? And I met someone. I met someone from who was living in the UK at the moment. And I was still studying. I was making YouTube. And finally I was satisfied because I had my own money for the beer. My parents still didn't believe I'm making money. It was very tiny money, you know. It was like $150, $100 or something like this. But I felt good with this. So I met someone. And soon after, I decided to move to UK to be with the person, this relationship, right? When I moved, I was making probably $150. I borrowed some money. I got some money, like £800. I was 22 years old back then, soon to be 23. And I moved to UK with £800, the girlfriend that I had there, and the YouTube channel that would be bringing $150 a month for me. And I had to find a job. My English sucked. And 3 weeks in, I found a job. It was the job as the glass collector in the bar. So like the party bar. So the job was you pick up the glasses from the tables from the very crowded bar and you carry this bag to wash. So I had to work, right? I didn't feel great about it, but I had to work. And I tell you, I was the best ever glass collector that United Kingdom saw. This was in Newcastle, up north. Very depressing time, because you see, my English was so bad, and these fuckers in Newcastle, they barely know how to speak English. They speak with this very weird accent, like, why I man, and this sort of shit. So when I was working there, I couldn't communicate with people. You see, I could say, how are you? But when they said something more complicated, I was getting so fucking confused and so embarrassed. So I was only good to pick up the glasses. But you see, I tried more. Sometimes I cried at night, because I tell you why I cried. One day, maybe 2 months in working, my English was improving day by day, but my supervisor would ask me, did you check the toilet? So, or something like this. Or did you go to the toilet? Because some people leave in the toilets the glasses down there. And to check if there was any glasses left there. And I didn't know what he meant, so I said, I didn't have to go to the toilet. Something in my bad English. And he laughed. It was nothing wrong, but you know, like, I would come back at night, 4 a.m., back home, and I would feel so sad that I cannot communicate well with the people. See, it was depressed, but like, I don't know how I survived this. Because, like, you know, like, now I wouldn't do it. But somehow I did. And it was getting better. You know, I started improving my English, and what was great, I finally was able to communicate. I believe 6 months in, and it was like, switch. I can speak English a little bit now. And you would wonder, what with the YouTube channel? Well, it was going down a little bit. I believe few months in, I was in UK, I made actually my highest $300, and I was so happy. But you know, like the YouTube channel, I didn't have time to develop the YouTube channel anymore because I was working. But the positive thing was, I was speaking better English, so that was the good thing. But I was destroying, you know, my Photoshop channel. This one. In 2013, it was like 10,000 subscribers, and back then, I believe it was one of the biggest channels of Photoshop back then. So it was getting better. I really liked my manager. He was very nice to me, and he knew I'm great employee. You see, when I was carrying the glasses, I could carry like the 3 towers of the glasses here. No one did this before. I was the best. I was working hard. They loved me. And they were nice to me. Not all of them, because you need to know, the British people up north, they're fucking countryside people. They think they are lords of the world. I remember this bitch from Leeds. She was standing in Newcastle. She's stupid as fuck, you know? Like, so British, I love you. Many great friends. Managers were great. Managers were always better, but the young Brits, so damn shit. And sometimes she would call me like, you so foreign. And it was it was year after I was good enough to actually work as the bartender. So the times passed. I was bartender now. That's how much they liked me. That's how much I improved. And I remember this bitch once. Someone bought a drink and she is like, can you put it through? What she meant, can you like put the drink someone ordered through the cashier? But I didn't get like, can you put it through? And I was like, what do you mean? And she was teasing on me that you are so foreign. But you know, this bitch, she never been outside of UK. I introduced her to the bubble tea. So you see, my relationship fell apart. I felt in some romance after and shit like this. But back then, like, I was year and a half in, and I decided it's time to move back to Poland maybe, or something. And I was, at this point, 24 years old. I spoke English. My YouTube went to hell, still was like $200 or something like this, but I was better at Photoshop. And I came back and I said to myself, there's two choices right now. I'm going to try to make my Photoshop job. I'm going to try to make courses in Photoshop. And if it doesn't work within 1 year, I'm going to apply to the Emirates to be a flight attendant, cabin crew. So I was in Poland, and I had this nice friend, the Hong Kong girl in UK that we kept in touch, and I felt quite attached to her. And there was a lot of problems at this moment. Sometimes she would lose interest, but we stayed in touch, and I tried to develop my courses, and I made my first course on the website that is called Udemy. It didn't go well. I think I saw like $2 in the first month. But then I tried again, make a better one. And I sold $160 in this month making this course, and I felt it's going to be good. It's going to be okay. So next month was $300, $500. At the end of the year, I was close to $1,000, around $1,000 with YouTube, and I felt it's crazy. I'm going to make it. I have so much money. $1,000 for me was so much money. And you see, at this point, I quit my university. I traveled to be glass collector, then bartender in UK, doing all of this stupid shit. No university. I have no graduation. I'm high school. I have high school degree. Now. So you see, I was attached to this girl from Hong Kong that studied in UK. And now I had $1,000 a month. I'm financially good man, right? I didn't know back then that it's not really the case. So we fell in love, and I traveled with her. It was great travel in Norway. Then I moved to UK for a few months, moved to Poland for a few months, and then moved to UK for a few months, and I felt so good. But at this moment, the sales of my courses were going down. 25 years old by this point. And there was two choices. We were a couple with my new girlfriend that was from Hong Kong. And she wanted to stay in UK, which was a better option for me because it's closer, maybe cheaper, but more likely she's going back to Hong Kong after university, and she was finishing. I was like super stressed by then. Soon after this, I developed the mental illness. After the summer, she finished university and she went back to Hong Kong. I went back to Poland, and the courses were not going well. I was mentally ill. I went on meds. And but we stayed together, and 2 months later, I made some courses, and this course started selling so well. I made like $2,000. And I went to Hong Kong to visit my girlfriend for 3 weeks at first. Come back, and I was like, I'm going back to Hong Kong. A month later, I got the one-way ticket and I went to Hong Kong, and I didn't come back for 8 months. And it was going well. I was not making any savings, maybe average $2,000, $3,000, but Hong Kong life very expensive, and I would spend everything. Not financially responsible, no bank account, no IDs, no nothing, no insurances at the age of 26. But it started going well. The courses were selling. I started enjoying life. I met great friends in Hong Kong. It's crazy because, you see, when I moved to Hong Kong, I actually met the guy that you would recognize today. You would recognize. We had similar dreams. He's millionaire now. Good luck. Great for him. And I didn't know anything about saving by then. So 1 year in Hong Kong, I have no savings, but I'm comfortable because I make courses. My girlfriend mom would teach me saving because she always said I spend money, it's no good. I spend money, no good. Because Hong Kong people, they're very good at saving. Not everyone, but Hong Kong people very rich and very good at saving. You can learn a lot from them. So one day I would remember I decided to save over $1,000 a month because my situation slowly was improving. More courses, more selling. I was doing a retouching job, so like I become retoucher. So my profession actually completely changed just from this basic Photoshop to retouching. You can find my page. It's marcinmikus.com. You see what I do. I'm well established retoucher right now. But I would say to this girlfriend mom that I'm saving like $1,200 a month, and she would say, it's very good you save, but it's very little. And I understood I'm poor. I would try my best, but the times change, and like as the work improved, the business, I sell courses on multiple platforms, I retouch, and year by year my earnings actually were increasing. I started a company in Hong Kong. And then the pandemic came in Hong Kong. A few years later, I had some savings by this point. I didn't know anything about investing. And I decided to visit my parents. And you see, you can't spend. I was separate from my girlfriend. We didn't meet for last 15 months. So if you couldn't see your close ones for 2 weeks, go fuck yourself. This is the struggle. 16 months now, no seeing my girlfriend. We're still together. That's how strong our love is. So when the pandemic started, I dumped the money into investments and crypto, and it turned so well for me. I mean, like, no credit, no nothing. I just had savings, and I spent this time actually learning about investing, and crazy returns. Seriously, crazy returns. Because I got obsessed on the vaccine development companies and shit like this. And where am I now? I'm 30 years old. And I live the life of leisure. I don't have credit. Don't have debit. I can travel. I can support my parents whenever I want. And my father doesn't talk shit about me to his friends anymore. In fact, he was saying good things, that his son traveled the world, live in Hong Kong and shit like this. But he's old man. I don't hate him. And now I'm making this new YouTube channel. But you need to know, this is not the first one. I have a lot of YouTube channels. And see, this one, 1,270 subscribers, the one where is this video. But you see, I have other channels as well. So at 30 years old, the life is just fine. Sometimes I struggle with mental health, maybe. But the kid who quit university, has high school diploma, never had any profession in hand, just by stupid decisions and trying the things, it ended up okay. So the life is full of surprises, the life is chaotic, but sometimes it turn fine. I know many people wouldn't turn fine because many people get maybe in some bad habits and really too deep troubles to crawl from. I don't know what I made this video. I think it was chaotic. It was massive shortcuts because you need to know between these stories, there was so much other shit. So much chaos, so much drama, and often, like, before I would go to Hong Kong, I got in bad situation. In fact, I wouldn't pay my phone bill in UK, and there was the people who get the when you owe money, they would call me to schedule, and they asked me how much you make. And I was like, around £700 a month, or something like this at this moment. And they were like, how much you pay for rent? And I was £500 or £550. So I had £150 back for living. And they cancelled it for me. So many weird shit going on. I never was great at savings. I become great at savings. The video cut, and I think this the time to end this. I was saying I was never great at savings. I become great at savings last 2 years, but for the 10 years I tried to try different things. I tried to invest in myself, and I tried to do some shit that just ended up okay. I'm sure not someone who give advices, but maybe this is the reason why I always feel the people who give advices, the gurus or something like this, are nonsense. Right? I don't know. Maybe I'll publish this video and then I remove because I feel it wasn't the way I wanted to turn, because I skipped many things and it wasn't so fluent in the story. But yeah, like, I wonder, maybe 2 people listen this till the end. So thank you for watching, and until the next time.